Welcome everybody watching WROTV YouTube channels. Today is 2023 March 1st. And again today I am presenting part number 127 under the subtitle of ARU Serial -C. Today I have picked up the topic as based on the feedback I got. If ARU refuse to reform, what the Rohingyas should do. Some of my friends and colleagues told me that I am neither a member of the ARU nor any designated post holders of the ARU leadership or Congress or coordinating councils or any other branches of its organizations. So I have no rights to criticize them. I have no rights to give them dictation or interfere in the internal affairs of the Arsa Union ARU. I understand and I know my position, and I know what I have to say or what I should say for the greater interest of the Rohingya people. In being a member of the Rohingya community and also a servant of the Rohingyas dedicated for the cause of Rohingyas since 1974, I have every right to talk about ARU as it is concerned with the entire Rohingya community. Arsa Union is a political organization because this ARU was formed and founded to seek a political solution of the Rohingyas, inviting all entire Rohingya leaders, activists worldwide to work together under one umbrella with coordinated way, creating a strong leadership of the Rohingya people. In fact, Arsa Union was established in 2011 in response to the ongoing discrimination and persecution of the Rohingya people in Burma. The organization was founded by Rohingya leaders, not by one party or one group, all leaders from around the world, and it aims to represent the political interests of the Rohingya people and advocate for the rights of the Rohingya on the global stage. In fact, we cannot deny ARU has been actively involved in promoting Rohingya cause in various international forums, including United Nations, European Union, and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. The organization has been calling for the recognition of the Rohingya as a distinct ethnic group in Burma, for the right to citizenship and equal treatment under the Burmese law, banning 1982 Myanmar citizenship law. Despite the efforts of the ARU handled by DG Dr. Bakaruddin single-handed, the Rohingya people continue to face significant challenges in Burma and in the Bangladesh refugee camps. The ARU did not make any efforts for the self-defense of the Rohingya people who became the victims of genocide in Arakan, Burma. DG Dr. Bakaruddin failed to support any kind of self-defense initiatives because he said it was not in the constitution and the charter of the ARU, whereas it was very important that he should consult with the entire Rohingya leaders and resistance forces leaders while drafting the constitution and the charter of ARU. This was big mistake because in the chapter and constitution of ARU there are 3 points and articles which were drafted and approved by 25 organizations who were the founders of the ARU, which can be not beneficial for the entire Rohingya masses for their emancipation. They should have to put the word self-defense on the basis of right of self-determination of a people of the United Nations Charter to confront and face when the Rohingyas became the victims of genocide, which is still going on. Burmese government is not ready to listen any kind of justifiable human rights lectures and UN Declaration of Human Rights. Burmese government has an intent to destroy the entire Rohingya people from the soil of Arsa, and the branded Rohingya people is as a stateless people and intruders from Bangladesh, Bengali. So there was no any political space to talk about the restoration of the human rights and citizenship rights, as Burmese governments, both NLD government and the military dictatorship government, has never accepted Rohingyas as the bona fide citizens of Burma. So the case of Rohingyas is different from other community and ethnic nationalities of Union of Burma, because the Rohingyas are victims of genocide and they are facing an existential threat, and they have the problem of survival in their own ancestral homeland. In this situation, when the whole world was watching for the last 70 years, the Rohingya peoples were compelled to run away to escape from persecution on the basis of race, religion and nationality, and they are now today found in various countries of the world. So a political solution was never supported by any Muslim countries or UN or even Security Council and Western countries. They always tried to help on the ground of humanitarian aids, but they did not know that Rohingya case is a political solution, and the Burmese government has no willingness to take it as a political way. They want to wipe out entire Rohingya people from Arakan with the intention to make it a Buddhist state. So the leaders of the organizations, those who attended on May 11, 2011, May 30 and 31, they had to put forward the real condition and cause of the Rohingya people. Instead, those attended 25 organizations leaders were puppets, and they have signed the draft which was formulated and submitted to them to sign in. And they are responsible too for the mismanagement and also wrongdoing of ARU, because all those who attended in the conference, in the History Rohingya conference, we are all educated and leaders and activists from the worldwide organizations. But when DJ has made it single-handed, then they run away. They kept silence. That's why DG was able to manipulate as he likes. Now after 10, 13 years, still today our ARU is floating only, without leadership. May Allah bless and provide Jannatul Firdaus to DG, who was demised last year. Now ARU is a headless, leadership-less platform or umbrella organization now. So at this critical time, the only best solution for the Rohingya people and for the worldwide Rohingya activists and for all those engaged in ARU now decide to sit together and to reorganize, to reform, and to rejuvenate. Because with all efforts and resources available in our various organizations and leaders and activists, we can find a way to create a sole representative leadership of the Rohingya people. I completely agree with you. While differences in opinions and political views are natural and we are expected in any society, it is important for leaders to prioritize the safety and well-being and the greater interests of the vulnerable Rohingya population. We have to think first our people. That is the most important thing. We cannot fight each other for minor causes and trivial matters. That is wrong. The ongoing genocide of the Rohingya in Burma is a grave humanitarian and political crisis that requires urgent action and cooperation from all activists and leaders across the world. Maybe they have their own organization, but under one loose umbrella organization, it is essential that we work together to face all odds in the international matters. It is essential for leaders to put aside the differences, and it is important to work together to provide support and assistance to the Rohingya community for their survival and for their right of self-determination and for their self-defense. It is the moral responsibility of each and every leaders of the Rohingya people, wherever he may be. Now, in order to achieve a sustainable solution to the Rohingya crisis, it is important for the leaders who claim themselves as leaders and those who are activists in diaspora to unite and work together toward common goals to get our legitimate rights on our soil, and such as providing also humanitarian aid to those who are suffering inside Arakan and also inside Bangladesh. It is our responsibility, and advocating for human rights and holding those responsible for the genocide accountable. That is very important for the action they have committed. This will require cooperation and collaboration across political culture and political concepts and regionalisms and boundaries in Arakan State, Burma. And we cannot follow up nepotism, we cannot follow up regionalism, we cannot follow up colonism. That will destroy our efforts to save the Rohingya people and work for the salvation of the Rohingya people. Ultimately, the salvation of the Rohingyas from genocide will require a collective effort from the leaders and the individuals around the world. It is important for us to prioritize humanity and work together towards a bright future for all Rohingya people. Because without the defense, without the self-defense, Rohingya cannot be safe from onslaught of brutal Myanmar military forces and the military junta and the arch enemies of the Rohingyas on the ground. So it is very important we have, on the basis of international law, to create a self-defense force. Alhamdulillah, by the grace of God, we have already a group of people living inside, fighting inside Arakan, like PDF, like People Defense Forces of other nationalities under the command of unity government. So we have the only resistance force that is called Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army. It is a defensive force. Yes, I agree that they are just weak. They have no resources, they have not very powerful arms and ammunitions, they have no funds, but they are the people. They are the heroic people fighting for the self-defense of the Rohingya people. We, the Rohingya leaders and activists from all over the world in diaspora, sitting in comfort zone, just to give them command is not enough. They are the people, heroic people, the youth of the Rohingyas. From inside Arakan, not from outside. They are in jungles. They are fighting whatever available means they have. We must have to help them. So, Arakan Rohingya Union, they see it is an NGO and they cannot accept anybody associated with the armed resistance group. Then how they accepted Nur Islam, who was fighting for the Rohingya cause with arms, and Dr. Yunus, under the banner of RSO, fighting for the right of self-determination. And all those who are associated in the leadership of ARUR, RSO members, ARIF members, RPM members, most of the Rohingyas were active in those organizations. They all are self-defense forces. Self-defense is not a crime. Self-defense is not a mistake. Self-defense is not a wrong thing. Because the Rohingyas have every right to fight back the enemies for their survival, to defend the mothers and sisters and the children and the old people and the family members. Nobody can sit idly. Nobody can sit idly, arm folded, when your mother is killed, your sister is raped, your brother is killed, your children are thrown away to the river, and they were abandoned, the villages were abandoned. Then you can sit down and sit? No. But the people opted to run away. But we have the youth. They were not able to defend themselves. They were not ready to face any such kind of threat from the Burmese government. But they are a group of people who emerged from the scratches without arms and ammunition, with the stones, swords, spears, and whatever they have. They stand, they come, they fought, they give a good lesson to the Burmese government as deterrent forces. But unfortunately, our elites group, our political organizations, and our NGOs, our humanitarian organization of the Rohingyas stayed away from supporting these self-defense forces. It is very unfortunate. That's why we need ARU, we need to change the charter and constitution with the consent and understanding of EBU, Eurobama Office Director Han Yong-she, and also to OIC, Dr. Hassan Abedin. We have to make them understand our case is different from other people. We believe in peaceful coexistence. We believe in peace. But the international law and the Islamic law and the natural law as the common laws all help us to defend ourselves. Nobody is coming to defend us. Nobody came to defend us. Nobody came to protect us. We were left unsecured, unprotected. So this is not a crime, this is not a mistake. My dear fellow brothers and sisters worldwide, please forget and forgive each other and come forward and sit down and establish a strong, viable force of self-defense and fight your enemy, as they are very brutal and inhuman. We have to restore our human rights. We have to restore the dignity of our community, Rohingya people, and we have to go back to our country peacefully with the guarantee and safety through a UNHCR mandated repatriation process. This is very important. Without unity, without leadership, without reforming ARU, it will be not easy for us to go forward. I have many things to say. I have many ideas to present to you all, Rohingya leaders, activists, that we have to work together. We cannot be idle. That's why I stop here, because it is taking time. I will again come to you with another serial. Now I stop here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you like my presentation, please subscribe, like, share, comment. Thank you very much, your brother Muhyiddin.